Isaiah 30. Just gonna get comfortable here real quick. Throw some cream on my chest and on my face because today's just one of them days. Isaiah 30. I read from the Institute for Scripture Research because it takes a direct translation from Hebrew to English, Greek to English, and Aramaic to English. It doesn't go through all those pagan and Roman idols. Isaiah 30. Woe to the stubborn children, declares Yah, who to make counsel, but not from me, and to devise plans, but not of my spirit, in order to add sin to sin. Who are setting out to go down to Mitzrayim, and have not asked my mouth to be strengthened in the strength of Pharaoh, and to seek refuge in the shadow of Mitzrayim. And the strength of Pharaoh shall become your shame, and the refuge in the shadow of Mitzrayim your confusion. For his princes were at Soan, TSO''AN, and his messengers came to Hanes. They were all ashamed of a people who did not profit them, nor for help or profit, but a shame and also a reproach. The message concerning the beasts of the south, through a land of trouble and distress, from which came the lioness and lion, the adder and fiery flying serpent. They convey their riches on the backs of young donkeys, and their treasures on the humps of camels, to an unprofitable people, even Mitzrayim, whose help is vain and empty. Therefore I have called her I have called her Rahab Shebeth. It's Rahab with a line underneath of it, and then a dash, and then capital H with the E that has the half a check mark, M dash, capital SHEB with a line underneath of it, ETH. That's a big word. And go write it before them on a tablet, and inscribe it on a scroll, that it is for a later day, a witness forever, that this is a rebellious people, lying children who refuse to hear the Torah of Yah, who say to the seers, do not see, and to the prophets, do not prophesy to us what is right. Speak to us what is smooth, prophesy deceits, turn aside from the way, swerve from the path, cause the set-apart one of Israel to cease from before us. Therefore thus said the set-apart one of Israel, because you despise this word, and trust in oppression and perverseness, and rely on them, therefore this crookedness is to you like the breach ready to fall, a bulge in a high wall, whose breaking comes suddenly, swiftly. And he shall break it like the breaking of the potter's vessel, which is broken in pieces without sparing, so that there is not found among its fragments a sherd, SHERD, to take fire from the earth, or to take water from the cistern. For thus said the Master Yah, the set-apart one of Israel, in returning and rest in you are saved, in stillness and trust is your strength. But you would not, and you said, no, for we flee upon horses, therefore you flee, and we ride on swift horses, therefore those who pursue you are swift. 1,000 flee at the rebuke of one, at the rebuke of 5 you shall flee, until you are left as a pole on top of a mountain, and as a sign on a hill. And therefore Yah shall wait to show you favor, and therefore he shall be exalted to have compassion on you, for Yah is an Elohim of right ruling. Blessed are those who wait for him. For the people shall dwell in Sion, at Jerusalem you shall weep no more. He shall show much favor to you at the sound of your cry. When he hears, he shall answer you. Though Yah gave your bread of adversity and water of affliction. Your teacher shall no longer be hidden, but your eyes shall see your teacher. Capital T in teacher. And your ears hear a word behind you saying, "This is the way, walk in it," whenever you turn to the right or whenever you turn to the left. And you shall defile the covering of your graven images of silver and the plating of your molded images of gold. You shall throw them away as a menstrual cloth and say to them, "Begone." That is disgusting. But literally, that's what you're supposed to do with your idols. A menstrual cloth. Okay. And he shall give the rain of your seed with which you sow the ground and bread of the increase of the earth, and it shall be fat and rich, your cattle grazing in an enlarged pasture in that day, and the oxen and the young donkeys that work the ground eat seasoned fodder winnowed winnowed with shovel and fan. And on every high mountain and on every high hill there shall be rivers and streams of waters in the day of great killing, when the towers fall. And the light of the moon shall be as the light of the sun, and the light of the sun be sevenfold as the light of 7 days, in the day that Yah binds up the breach of his people and heals the wound of his blows. See, the name of Yah is coming from afar, burning with his wrath and heavy smoke. His lips shall be filled with rage, and his tongue be as a devouring fire. And his breath shall be as an overflowing stream, which reaches up to the neck to sift the nations with a sieve of falsehood and a misleading bridle on the jaws of the peoples. Let the song be to you as in a night set apart for a festival, and gladness of heart as he who is going with a flute to come into the mountain of Yah, to the rock of Israel. And Yah shall cause his excellent voice to be heard, and show the coming down of his arm with raging wrath and the flame of a consuming fire, with scattering, downpour and hailstones. For through the voice of Yehoshua is broken down, with a rod he strikes it, and every passage of the ordained staff which he lays on him shall be with tambourines and lyres, lyres. When he shall fight with it, battling with a brandishing arm. For Topheth was ordained of gold, even for the sovereign it has been prepared. He has made it deep and large, its fire pit with much wood. The breath of Yah as a stream of a burning sulfur is burning in it. Okay, so where's that part where it talks about rod? Okay. For though the voice of Yehoshua is broken down, with a rod he strikes it. In Revelations it talks about Yehoshua coming down, and he's going to rule us with an iron rod. So there's another piece that just ties in the fact that Yehoshua was alive, and that he is going to come, and that he is already he died for us, and he is going to come back. And this is in the Old Testament. This is before he even was born. They're talking about how he will be born, and he will die, and then he will come back, and this is how he's going to do it. That's Isaiah 30.